first snow of the year is here! Have you gotten your snow yet? Am I late to the game? Oh, what happened? You're hot? Was I saying something there before? Why did I start talking about sleeping fish? Little fluffy break, okay? Time to start a new year. Oh my God. Back to my rant again. This is just gonna be a rant. What did we wake up to today? Everything is covered in snow. Happy first snow day of the year, y'all. We got our first snow the day before Halloween, but nothing stuck and it was kind of combined with rain a little bit, so it wasn't warm enough, it didn't stick. But this morning we woke up and there was about 2 inches of snow everywhere and it was still snowing, and it's still a little bit kind of lingering snowing now, but it's about to stop, you could tell. But oh my goodness, how did we make it back to this time of year already? I feel like 2024 has flown by. Absolutely flown by. Like, how are we already at the snow again? Insane. Oh my goodness. So tell me guys, have you gotten your snow yet? Am I late to the game? Am I the last one to get the snow? Or are you guys still waiting on your snow? Does it snow around you? Have you guys lived by snow before? Are you kind of new like me, where this is my 4th time in the snow? So living in the snow, I should say that. That's very cool. Well, no, this is our 3rd year. We moved here in December, so it will be our 4th, but it's our 3rd year. You know, math. So I thought, what better idea to bring in this lovely, cozy, snowy day than to have a little cozy fireside chat with you guys. I'm not gonna lie, filmed a video before and I just rewatched the footage and we need to try again. So we're gonna cozy it up this time. We're gonna make it a little bit more authentic. We're gonna make it a little bit more chatty and less note ready. I'll explain more of that a little bit later. But let's go make a coffee. Let's go have a little foffee together. Let's go snuggle up and enjoy this little snowy morning. Go chat. Cheers, friends. Alrighty, y'all, so it's time to get cozy. Go ahead, grab a big old pillow, grab a blanket, and we're gonna sit down and we're just gonna have a little chat together. So like I said earlier, I did film this video before, but I was just watching the footage of it this morning and it feels very forced, to say the least. It's a topic I do actually want to talk about, but I was so nervous because this is my first sit down video and I just don't know, I get all the nerves. So I had notes in front of me and I just feel like every couple seconds I was looking at the notes and it felt like editing was gonna be very choppy and it didn't feel like it was gonna be super authentic in conversation. So I just thought, why don't we give this a try? And we're gonna not try to use our notes, we're just gonna try to talk it out, have a conversation with you, and I think it's gonna go a lot better. So grab yourselves a huge cuppa. We made ourselves a lovely cup of coffee here. We used the last of our pumpkin spice creamer this morning. So that means it is time for fall to be transitioned on. It's so funny because I am a Christmas girly through and through. And this year, I didn't really feel like putting Christmas stuff up early. I haven't really felt like the Christmassy vibes. And the minute I woke up to snow this morning, and I was like, okay, Christmas is here. Let's go. Flip the switch. Halloween stuff coming down. It's gotta go. It's gotta go. It's gotta go. I said we're gonna sit by the fire and have a chat. We are technically sitting by the fire, but our fire is by our shoes. And it's wet over there because of the snow, and I don't want to sit in the wet, and I don't want to sit on the cold tile. So we're gonna sit on the floor level so we can feel the heat from the fire and be cozy like that. So, and I have my favorite album of probably all time that I found this year? No, last year, because I started getting into lofi, however you pronounce it. I started getting into those last year around this time, and I found this artist, Sleepy Fish. If you're out there, all the love to you. You're Like This Guy Something Else album is God's gifts to this earth. I swear to God, it is so good. It's so good. I play it all day long, no matter what kind of mood I'm in. It's so good. So if you guys are into like a lo-fi kind of vibey, try Sleepy Fish. He is the best. I say he, it could be a woman. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. They are fantastic. I love them. Like This Guy, Something Else. Magic. Just magic. It's magic. So I have that going on in the background as my little calm, cool, relax vibes. So that's what's going on. Put yourself on something vibey and let's get to talking, yeah? Alrighty friends, here we go. Grab a cuppa, we're gonna talk about it. So we're gonna start with the winter arc. I'm not gonna cover it too much because there's a lot of really good information out there. I've seen a lot of great YouTube videos on it. So I'm just gonna quickly kind of summarize it from what I got from everything. Basically what I feel like the winter arc trend is going on is that you kind of go quiet the last couple months of the year. The earth starts to get quiet around you and you start to really lock in on those goals, on those last couple of things you wanted to do for the year. I love the idea of the winter arc because it's introducing living with the seasons again. You start to slow down, you start to go quiet, you start to stay inside a little bit more, but you are intentional with being quiet. You are intentional with what you are doing inside. You are intentional with your time. So I really do enjoy that. I kind of like to think of the winter arc as like a cozy kind of reflection time, a time to go within, a time to reflect on the year prior, see what worked, see what didn't work, and see if the goals you set at the beginning of the year still align with what you want for this next year to come. A lot can happen in a year, a lot can change, so sometimes it's okay to say goodbye to the goals you set at the beginning of the year if they don't align with you anymore. That's why we reflect. That's why we go quiet. That's why we're honest with ourselves. And if that's what it is, we throw those goals away and we think of new ones and we start taking aligned action so that our next year, by the time January 1st hits, we are so much farther ahead than we would be if we just let all those goals either go and didn't create new ones or just didn't take action at all. Cuppa time! Okay, so again, just gonna quickly summarize the winter arc because there's a lot of great information out there and I feel like other people can cover it much better than me, but I felt like it was so interesting because I feel like I had my own kind of winter arc experience last year, but I had no idea what it was called. Quick tangent, who decided it was called the winter arc? Who found that out? Has it been around for forever and we just discovered it? Like who was the genius that uncovered that mystery? I'm genuinely curious. Okay, moving right along. So after the winter arc, the natural progression would be New Year's, right? Yeah, New Year's. So New Year's goals, we've heard of it. We are all guilty of the new year, new me. And why wouldn't we be? That's what we were pretty much taught. That's kind of what our generation before us taught us. So logically, that's what it would be. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna speak for me when I say I have not ever found New Year's resolutions to be successful. And I feel like there's a couple reasons for that. They're shallow. I plan them on New Year's Eve, thinking that the next day is gonna be this grand new me. I don't put any thought into it because I plan it so late, and I make excuses for myself because it's just the next day and I wasn't that serious about it to begin with. So that's just my personal experience with it. And the high pressure stakes of New Year's just doesn't work with me. You know, I can work in high pressure situations if I'm like at a job or it's like my kids or something like that. But for me, I don't like it. I don't think I like it, you know? I just, it's never worked for me. And that's totally fine. And another reason I realized it didn't work for me, I didn't find out until a couple of years ago when I moved to Colorado. And this great thing that I found out is that my body wants to live with the seasons. My body is not ready to come back to life and wake up brand new me in the dead of winter. Which brings me to my first tangent. Who decided a new year in the dead of winter was a good idea? I'll fight you. Oh, fight. Who decided that? Terrible idea. The earth is not coming back to life, neither is your girl. Do you feel me? Nobody should. My body wants to live with the seasons. And this year, for the first time, I let it. And it was very successful, and we'll touch on that later. So if you're a person who likes New Year's resolutions, I love that for you. Some people work really well putting themselves under pressure, putting themselves under a time frame, and I love that for you. I feel like there is a time and place for it. I don't feel like the dead of winter is good for me, but that's just me, right? And if it works for you, I love that for you. Keep on doing what you're doing. Let me know, let's talk about it in the comments. How do you make New Year's resolutions work for you? Do you live somewhere where it's sunny and warm all the time so it feels like it's fresh and you're ready to go? Or if you do it in the dead of winter and it snows all around you, how do you do it? I'm genuinely curious. Let's talk about it. Leave a comment below. How do you do it? So we have the winter arc covered. We covered New Year's resolutions. We kind of know. We all have been there. We've done it. High pressure, no likey, right? Here is where I'm gonna introduce the star of the show. Was that good? I don't know how to wink. I think it was good. Let me know. Let's introduce the spring awakening. Oh yeah, spring awakening baby. I love it. So quick story time. This year I did not participate in New Year's resolutions. I said, nope, I'm not gonna do it. I saw a post very close to New Year's that said humans need to live along with the seasons. And that combined with being close to New Year's kind of set a bomb off in my head. And I was like, yo, why are we trying to wake our whole body, life, soul, shake everything up in the dead of winter? What if we came to life when the earth came to life? So I tried to embrace it this year and I loved it. I told my Spanga class, Happy New Year's, y'all, but I'm not participating in New Year's resolutions. Feel free to join me if you're with yours. Love you for that. But I'm not participating in it. And the question was, why? I am waiting until the earth comes back to life, and then I will come back to life with my goals fresh, ready to go. And it worked. It was so cool having the winter off, no pressure, just kind of going about a routine. And then what happened? Me and my whole entire family got sick. And not just like, oh, we got the sniffles, like we got sick for weeks. It was like 3 weeks out of like December going into the new year that we were sick. Could you imagine if I tried to be a New Year's girly and I got sick like that? New Year's resolutions out the window, whole year gone before it even happened. Huh. Funnily enough that I saw that post and then a couple days later getting sick. Love that journey for me, right? This year I waited until the springtime came and I started working on my goals when the springtime came. And it was so beautiful. First off, springtime, if you live somewhere where it snows and the spring comes, the feeling in the air is pure magic. I've never felt anything like it before, but you actually feel life coming back. You see the plants coming out of the soil, you see the trees coming back, you see the birds coming back, you hear animals again. Oh my gosh, it's so supporting, it's so inviting, it's so comforting. You want to be growing with the earth, you want to be growing yourself, you want to be coming out of your shell and growing and doing all the fun things. So I feel like my perspective is a little bit interesting here, because while I do really love the winter arc idea, I feel like it's a great use of your time. I feel like it allows for that living with the seasons, coming down into that hibernation, but you're also locking in and putting in work for the next year. Not a New Year's resolution girly. I'd rather have that tucked to the side. At least they do not work for me. I am not the type of person to be high stakes, time limit when it comes to making big changes in my life. You know, small, gradual baby steps I feel like are much better down the line than harsh, dramatic change in a short amount of time. It's a lot of pressure, right? I feel like it is. So my perspective is wait till the springtime. Wait till the springtime. Or maybe have a combination of all three. Because how do you approach this, right? There's now 3 options that I've just presented you. Where do you go from here? Find one that resonates with you. And if a little bit of each of those do resonate with you, mix it up a little bit. Not one thing has to fit everybody, right? And that's part of the reason why I wanted to make this video, is because I saw a lot of this trend of the winter art coming, and I feel like a lot of people just want to hop on trends just because it's trendy and it might not resonate with them. So if it doesn't resonate with you, I wanted to talk about a couple other options that might resonate with you. I'm not team New Year's, but if it's team New Year's for you, again, let's talk about it. How does that work for you? I'm team springtime. I love the springtime. I feel like if I'm going to do a combination, it's going to be a winter arc and a springtime. Winter arc taking that cozy reflection, kind of reflecting on my year and thinking about what I want to happen next year, and just really marinating on that for a good long while. The longer I marinate, the more I can think about it, the more steps I can take, or the more steps I can think about, the more logical I can plan it out, the more I can see it, the more I can visualize. And then by the time it comes to putting foot to soil, it comes time to making that plan turn to life, I'm ready. I've thought about it, I've planned it out, stuff is coming to life around me, I want in. That's where I'm at with this whole winter arc, New Year's resolutions, and spring awakening is what we're gonna call it. And I just wanted to share with you guys because I thought it was a fun and interesting perspective, and I thought somebody could probably use it. And you know what? I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I want someone to join me in this, okay? If you're a winter arc girly, love that for you. If you're a New Year's girly, love that for you. But hey, somebody join me. Come hang out with me. Let's come to life in the springtime. Let's talk about it in the comments. Did any of this even make sense? I don't really know. I hope it did. Thank you guys for joining me today. I really enjoyed talking to you guys. It felt very fun to just get it out, kind of have a conversation, and offer you guys a different perspective on everything that's going on. Another thing I wanted to offer you guys, please don't feel like it's too late. That is one thing that I have really embraced and learned and want to share, and it's cliche, but it is not too late. It's better to start than to just leave it alone, right? So if you're like, oh, the winter arc is supposed to be 3 months long and it's already November and I haven't started yet, just start. It's fine. It's okay. It's better to start than to just always wonder and to not put any action behind it. So whichever one works for you, let's talk about it. I genuinely want to know. Thank you for your time today, guys. I will see you guys in another video very soon. Next video is going to be kind of like a Q&A. We're going to do masks. It's going to be self-care. So leave questions in the comment section below. What do you want me to talk about? All of that fun stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video. Toodles!